Nash, I wasn't gonna.
This meeting is being recorded.
Cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I didn't want to go there. I didn't want to get whatever crud you guys have had. Is that the same? Have you run? Do we know? Is that the same thing that Tessa has?
It sounds like it might be the same. Um, there, one little guy has a few different symptoms, but it's just, I think just little kids with a cold kind of just get a
Okay.
plethora of stuff anyway. So, I
Okay.
don't know. We'll
Well,
see. I don't think Joe got it though.
really?
Yeah,
Huh.
don't know how he did it. He said he loaded up on vitamin D.
Well, that probably was smart. Is he hunting on the ranch, trying to get some of those varmints?
Um,
The were there were some wolves around there, weren't there?
there
Ron said.
were, who saw one? I feel like the guys, well, my dad had gone out because they spotted some,
Oh,
and they had gone out and then they had spotted some again. And Joe
really?
thinks it's two different packs that are
Wow, really?
fighting over some stuff.
Wow.
Oh, I hopefully we get some more cleared out. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, really. Well, I hope they don't come down close to our houses.
No, I agree.
Okay.
So, do we know if Eden was going to join us? Or, I mean, Tessa was going to join us?
She said it should work, but it's 5 o'clock now, so we do have a quorum. So
Okay,
I'll let her in if she comes, but I think we should get started.
let's do it. Let's call the meeting to order. We don't have a flag here.
I do hear.
Do you? Okay. Ouch. Oh, shoot. Okay, I got one too.
Okay.
Okay. I pledge allegiance
Allegiance
to
to
the
the
flag
flag
of the
of
United
the United
States of
States of
America
America
and
and
to the
to the
republic
republic
For which
for
it
for
which
which
it
it
stands,
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 one
one
nation,
one
nation,
under
under
God,
under
God,
God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with
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 liberty
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 and
and
justice for all.
justice.
Okay. Approval of the minutes. This is just going to have to be between me and you at this point, Eden.
Oh
Hold
my,
on.
heaven help us.
I thought they looked good. I didn't see anything. I didn't catch anything that looked wrong when I read them.
No, it looked good to me too. Um, do I need to make a motion on that to approve
Yep,
those?
Yes.
yep,
Good heavens. I always miss, for some reason I blank out that part. Oh,
yeah.
I make a motion to approve the minutes of last month's meeting. I don't have the date.
It was November 10th.
Oh, there it is. Uh, last month's meeting, November 10th, 2025.
Okay, I second that. All in favor, say aye.
I
So moved. Okay, the approval of the expenditures. Sorry about that, you guys. Just a second. Did you see those?
mm-hmm. It looks like new books. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
So the books that were bought, just out of curiosity, I'm assuming these are just kind of like for fun, like an addition to the library kind of a thing, but
Yeah.
not curriculum.
Correct. So these are actually library books, and they are nonfiction books for younger students. And one of the great things is that with this grant, the grant actually pays for books and whatnot.
Yeah,
So yeah.
awesome. Sweet.
So these are some of the ones through the grant then. And then how about that mentor coaching? How's that still going? You guys still going and doing that?
Yep. So we are doing that on a regular basis, and it's going really well. And again, this is all stuff through the grant, not the general fund. And
Yep.
we're also doing professional development as well.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Join the meeting, Ron. Oh, geez. Hold on a second. We're trying to get Ron into a granddaughter's meeting.
Oh,
Jeez. I don't know what to do with that, hon. There you go. See if that works. Okay. All right. So any other questions on that?
I think it looks good to me.
I don't even know how to do that well. I thought it did too. So do you want to make a motion to accept that with payroll claims and activity?
Yes. I make a motion to approve the list of expenditures for the month of December. Payroll totaling $50,432.77. Claims in $33,197 and activities in $13,845.28.
Okay. I would second that motion. In favor, say aye.
Aye.
And so moved. So I don't believe we had any any public presentations.
No.
So principals report.
Yep, we're keeping busy here. We finished up swimming lessons. Those went well. Tomorrow, we're taking 2nd through 8th graders to the Nutcracker Ballet and Planetarium at the university. We finished the first round of state mass testing. 3 more rounds to go. We are skiing in January on the 8th and 15th. We have a holiday program coming up on December 19th from 1 to 3 p.m. And this year we are pairing it with a literacy event. So the kids are going to do the concert and the little play skits around the holiday. And then they're going to break up into small groups and get to listen to a book, a holiday book, and then do activities. So that's one of the requirement of the grant is family events. And so we decided, well, everyone will be here for the concert anyways. Let's do a fun activity right after with a fun holiday book.
Cool.
So that's coming up next week.
So that's after 3 o'clock? It's
No,
during the 3 o'clock, the 1
it's
to 3.
during the concert will be about an hour, and then the book literacy event will be about an hour.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to come to that,
Okay.
feel free. We've got some cute little play song things.
Awesome. Is that a Friday? It is, isn't it?
It is. Yep.
Okay.
It's our last day before break.
Well, cool.
Talked a little bit about testing data that was released, the mass testing. I looked through what they released, and it's about as unclear of a picture of our test scores as you could ever imagine. What they did is certain grade levels don't even have enough kids for them to release data. So they only release it as a district, and then half the grade levels they have exempted. So it's kind of
Well,
useless to be honest.
how do you get a clear picture of where the students are at with criteria like that?
Well, that's the problem with this test is we don't have a clear picture. So what I'd like to do later in spring is do a presentation for you around our district test maps that we've been doing for many years. And that will actually, I think, give you a clearer picture of where students are at in our district, because this mass testing, the data just has not been useful for teachers or for anybody, to be honest. It's a little bit frustrating. In my last meeting with OPI, I again expressed frustration on the part of our teachers and myself regarding this, that some changes have to be made. One of the things I said is you don't even have a report for parents.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's not good.
And we did for all the other tests. We have that for MAPS. We had that for Smarter Balance before. I'm like, why would you design a test that doesn't even have a report that you can give parents? I mean,
Yeah.
that makes zero sense at all. And then they're like, oh, well, just print all the individual reports for one test. And I'm like, I'm not going to give 100 pages to a parent and
Yeah,
have
no
them
lie.
sort data that doesn't even make sense. I
Mhm.
said, you need to have the company design a parent report.
Yeah, no lie.
I was a little blunt about it, to be honest, because it's such an oversight on their part from OPI.
So
Wow.
there were previous percentages on like comprehension and stuff for like reading, math, English, or core subjects that were on the school's website. Were those the mass testing through the state that OP basically what OPI is using, or is this a completely this is the new is this a new test? Is
It
that
was new. It was new last year, yeah.
okay?
And the data just is unclear. Like for math, our overall picture, they're saying no kids are proficient.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not true. What they're doing is they're exempting whole grade levels because we're so small.
Yeah.
And so they're not even including all the student test scores because we have lots of kids proficient in math.
Yeah.
Um, and this, if you look overall at the state data from MAST and you look at Smarter Balanced, suddenly all the test scores in the entire state for students have dropped dramatically. And you can't tell me things have changed that much where all the kids suddenly in one state have lost all this knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly, when you change the test, it that tells me it's the test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, in my opinion. So,
Crazy.
yeah.
Makes sense.
And to add to that, with testing, we have been randomly selected for national testing this year on a test called NAEP. So even though the federal government Department of Education is kind of going away, they're still doing national testing. I don't know if there's anybody in their office to look at this, but they're doing it. So we've been selected for eighth grade this year, February 5th. So I've been busy trying to work, getting ready for that.
Hmm. And what's that? MAPE?
Uh,
MAPE?
NAEP, so it's a national test. They only test fourth and eighth graders, and they've done that for quite a few years.
Has
Um,
school been used, has the school had this one in the past?
yeah, not since I've been here though.
Okay.
It's a random selection. They
Okay.
randomly pick a certain amount of districts in the state.
Okay. Well,
Um, the other thing I wanted to bring to your attention before next month's meeting is within policy for remote students, we did have the allowance that they could come in at semester. I did have one family contact me, possibly interested in that. So that might be something that we want to talk about and have on the agenda for next month.
okay. What grade?
Um, third,
Third. Okay.
but they haven't submitted paperwork yet. So this is just letting you know that there's that possibility only for remote students for entry at semester.
Okay.
And the next thing is, I did want to let you know that at this point, all of our work for state accreditation for data submissions, I believe, have been accepted. They only called me about one question. So this is where we submit all our information to the state. And some of that information is directly linked to funding. So this year, with our increase in enrollment of additional students, including remote students, I was a little bit concerned that they gave Stevensville, for example, a hard time last year about that. And they haven't. They actually sent us a letter saying that our enrollment has gone up significantly and that we are due extra money because of
I
that.
saw that
Yes.
22,000. Yeah.
Yep. So at the next board meeting, we'll have to talk about that and make a resolution. So yeah, we're actually getting extra money than we planned for because of our enrollment. So that's kind of exciting.
Yeah, really. That's cool.
Anything you wanted to add on that, Jessica?
Nope, I think we'll have everything. I'll include the letter along with the resolution and the budget amendment paperwork at the next meeting.
So that is good news. Enrollment is steady right now at 51, including 4 3-year-olds. For the parent group report, we are currently running a fundraiser right now for shirts. So we decided as a parent group that we were going to get shirts and send order forms home as a fundraiser for the school and the activity fund. So those went home with folks. So that is ongoing.
Is there a link for those on that website?
There's not a link.
Where they could buy it off of that, what's it called? The parent portal there, whatever. What's that one called that you guys?
Dojo?
Yeah, Dojo.
I can't remember if I sent the form home with all the families. Let me post it again on Dojo. And then we have extra copies here at the office too, if anyone's interested. But that's a good idea. I'll post that again in case I didn't post that originally.
Yeah, it'd be nice if people could use it with a link too. Could purchase
Well,
it.
it's a paper form that we created. It's
Okay,
not. So this
not-
fundraiser we're kind of just doing on our own. So we're not
Okay.
using a company or whatnot. And
Okay.
we're going to then purchase the shirts. So it's
Okay.
not like that official. It's not an official fundraiser.
Yeah, okay.
Kind of just one that we created and
That's
have a
all
paper
right.
form. Kind of old
That
school.
That works.
And facilities, we're continuing. Some good news is the pest and service was out last week, and we had no rodents again. So we have been rodent free for almost over 2 years now.
That's nice.
Yeah, but having to keep on that and keeping the traps up to date because we certainly don't want to go back to having rodents.
Yeah.
And that's what I've got for my report. If anyone has any questions.
Okay. And did that include the operations and the parent? All those were
Yep.
included in that, correct? Okay.
That's everything.
And did we have any public input, Danica? No? Okay. And any additions of the agenda?
No.
Okay. All business. The literacy grant.
I have some good news is money is finally starting to come in for the grant after being very, very delayed due to government shutdowns and whatever happens in Helena. So we have gotten all the first chunk, the 11,000, and now they are just now making available the next big chunk. So we're busy working on that. We had our first site visit by OPI. The state came out and met with us. They're going to come out periodically just for this grant to do site visits. And they have increased the amount of meetings for the grant. So it was going to be just 4 times a year, and now it's increased to 3 times a month. So,
whoa,
yes.
holy smokes. Why
Oh.
was that? What the heck? Why did it increase so much?
Oh my goodness.
Just I think lack of planning on their part, kind of building the ship as they go. So keeping the
Are
grants
these,
keeping me busy.
can you do those online do you
Yeah.
have, oh, well, at least thank God for that.
Yeah. So far they've been virtual. At this point, they're saying the only one that's going to be in person is going to be in June in Bozeman. So we're all going to have to go over to Bozeman for that, but that'll be after school gets out.
Okay, well, cool.
Yeah. Continuing with the professional development as well as coaching and mentoring for the teachers on the science of reading. And I continue to work on getting things ready for core curriculum adoption. I've been busy talking to publishers and working with our consulting firm on finding out which ones they recommend. The state is developing a worksheet for us that we have to use. And then, of course, they get a final say in what we choose as well as part of the grant. There's some pretty strict stipulations on what we choose, has to be based in the science of reading. But so going to talk more about forming a committee in January to kind of look at what we've got once I get that checklist from OPI.
Cool. Awesome.
So that's what I've got this month for the grant.
Okay, new business, health insurance.
Okay. This is the big one. So we have been doing a lot of back end work on this, trying to research health insurance for our district and our staff because of the new trust they're trying to form that was created at the 23 legislative session, where the state is putting in $40 million for that. So there was a lot of unanswered questions about this trust, including, I went to a meeting with our lawyer about this. We also talked with a brokerage insurance firm to have an agent look over everything for us and see if there is a better possibility outside of this trust. And Jessica and I met with the agent from the brokerage, and their message was that with rising healthcare costs, we are not going to find a better deal price wise than the new Bridged Alliance Trust.
Wow.
They can't even come close to matching it. What was the percentage, Jessica? Was it 13% higher?
So yeah, so the best they could do was 13% higher. The Bridged Health Alliance is offering us a guaranteed 13.18% lower next year. So the difference between Bridged and what they could offer is like 26%. It's a big, huge difference.
And the broker could not anticipate us finding anything else out on the market that could match Bridged Alliance. So
Bridged Alliance is the new one.
yeah, so that's the new trust, and most likely the person that we have, which is Montana Unified School Trust, will be dissolving. So we have no choice but to switch. So we can't stay with what we're at. So what I did is I had a really long meeting with Bridged Alliance today. And this is all new information, even for Jessica, because I haven't had time to talk to her. I met with them for about an hour today, trying to get all of our questions answered and what they can do for us and moving forward. And I got a lot of answers and information. One of the questions that I asked, are they even going to be able to form? Because they need to have over 12,000 employees statewide and 150 school districts. So I did find out today, according to John Doran, who's the executive director, that they had 3 AA sign on. including Kalispell, and Helena, and I think maybe Great Falls. And Billings is voting, I think either tomorrow or Monday. So they have the amount of employees, and I believe they're close to having the amount of districts. So it looks like this is going to happen, which was one of my first questions. The other part I wanted to know is about dental and vision. So they have not done a final decision on who they will choose for dental and vision insurance. For regular health insurance, they are going to go with Allegiance, which is a Cigna company. Cigna is a national company. I believe it is accepted by most of the hospitals and doctors in our area, which is good. So they most likely they have bids out for dental and vision. They do say that the top runners are the people we currently have with Must, which is Delta for dental and VSP for vision. But they have some other companies they have with quotes in. It looks like the vision and dental insurance will be comparable to what we have right now, which is important. One of the big differences that they're not able to offer is a $500 deductible for our staff for insurance. So talking with them, it's the most likely plan is $1,000 deductible. So that is doubling that for staff. But they do have another option if we chose to take it with a $0 deductible, but a higher out-of-pocket expenses, which is not something necessarily that I'd recommend that we do for staff. One of the things that we talked at length about is setting up an HRA, which I didn't know a lot about until this meeting, but basically it's an HSA, a health savings account, but instead of being run by the employee, it is actually run by us, the district. Gosh, I'm getting a 10-minute warning for the meeting. If we go over, I'll set up a new link and send it to everyone. Sorry, I have the free version. But the bottom line is they have a lot to offer, and I think if we went with an HRA, which is basically a health savings account for each employee, and put the extra money that we're saving by having a cheaper price from them, that actually will benefit employees, and they actually would come out ahead being able to access that money. They'd get a debit card like a health savings account that they could use. So it's not going to cost the district any extra money. They do have some benefits. It looks like the prescription benefits will be better than what we have now. Mental health benefits will be better. Telehealth will be better. So the bottom line is, it's my recommendation to this board that our best option with health insurance is to move forward with Bridged Alliance. They have a December 19th deadline to sign on with them. With that being the case, and this being the board meeting, it would be my recommendation to move forward with approval and joining Bridged Alliance Health Trust.
Do you have any questions, Eden?
I don't think so. I mean, if the other options are going to cost quite a bit more anyway, and this is kind of the best option.
They kind of put us in a corner. I mean, we go
Yeah.
with this and hope it flies.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
about what it sounds like. Go ahead and make a motion.
Okay. I make motion to accept the new medical plan provided by Bridged Health Alliance for 2026.
I second that motion. All in favor of, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So moved. Okay, substitute.
Yes,
list.
we have two new substitutes that have applied, which is great because one of our substitutes took a full-time job in Bonner. So we could use some more. We have Wesley Douglas and Sasha Kaplan who have applied. This is pending positive results of a background check, but I did want to move forward with the upcoming break and not another board meeting till January to get approval, and then we will move forward with background checks. And if we were to get a negative result on that, then we would not move forward with the hiring, if that makes sense.
Can you tell me a little bit about each one?
Just a little bit. Sasha has a background in like recreation education.
Okay.
And then Jessica, do you remember Wesley's other jobs?
I honestly don't. Yeah, I looked at it once and forwarded it on.
So I can give an update with further information at the next board meeting. After I've got to give them a tour and meet them personally. I've only talked on the phone at this point.
Okay. All right. Do you have any further questions on that, Eden?
I don't. And when would they start for the new year, I'm assuming?
They would not start until after we receive background checks.
Yeah.
And that's when we would actually do the official offer of employment.
Mm-hmm.
So
It'd be
this is just
at least a couple weeks for a background check to even come back, and we haven't even got fingerprints yet. So it would easily be the new year.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I don't think I have any other questions. And you're good on that. Jan?
Yeah, I think I mean, we're substitute teachers, so I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I know that we had talked about meeting the other ones that were coming in. I don't know if we feel the same way with the substitutes or not.
Are you allowed to, so did you say you met them both in person at least once? Or just,
I will be.
okay.
I've only talked to him on the phone.
If we approve them and then they come in and they're a little weird, will you come back? Like, where would you go from there essentially?
So then I wouldn't hire. I wouldn't hire him. This is all pending the background check and whatnot.
Okay. That makes me feel a little better. Okay. I think I agree with that, if you are, Jen.
Okay, go ahead and make a motion.
I make a motion to approve the two new substitutes for the school.
Based on their positive,
Yeah,
positive background check.
everything positive background check.
Okay. I second that motion. All in favor of, say aye.
Aye.
So moved. Anything else? Or should we close this meeting before it knocks us off?
I think so.
Okay, well, we'll adjourn the meeting and the next meeting will be January 12th, 5 o'clock.
Alrighty.
Okay, good night, you guys.
Yeah.
Thank
Good night,
you.
everybody.
Thank you. See you in the morning, John.
Yep. See you then.
Okay, bye.